Hey guys, it's Jessica, and I am back with a huge project share. And so that also means I have a pretty big Etsy restock, and I have already listed everything I'm going to show you in my Etsy. Um, and I knew when I started this project, I really wanted to use this paper collection, and I really wanted to use faux leather because I know I've talked about it before, but I have a lot of faux leather. And I haven't really been using it as much as I would like. So part of my goal was this year to use more of what I have, and that includes everything, right? So paper and faux leather and embellishments and fabric and, all of it. So when I saw this paper collection, and I know I did a paper share on this, as soon as I saw it, I knew that I had some faux leather that would go really, really well with it. And so that's why I ended up doing what I did, and I will show you everything I got done. But the actual paper collection I used was this one from Country Craft Creations, and it's called Bloom Where You're Planted. And this is all I have left. And yes, I probably could have used these in the books I'm about to show you, but I feel like I'd already kind of gotten them where I wanted, decorated the way I wanted, and so I just kind of decided I would just save these for another project. Honestly, I'm thinking about doing some like quilt cards because this paper is just like so beautiful. And I think they would go really well together as quilt cards. But the other thing I also used was this sticker sheet from Simple Stories. This one was Simple Vintage Essentials Color Palette. So it had all sorts of different colors on it. So I do still have a couple stickers left that I can definitely use in other projects, but that was mainly what I did use. I also did use some tickets and like ephemera from, I think I got off of Temu or Amazon. I'm not really sure which. And some actually tickets I did get through Country Craft Creations when I was in their store. I don't know, within the past year. And other than that, just no, I didn't use any dies, so I just used my scissors and my paper trimmer and glue and my sewing machine. I am also trying to get better about incorporating my sewing machine. Like, I'm not a big sewer, but I do really like sewing on paper, so that's why you will see more sewing elements in this project. So this is everything I got done. I know it's probably kind of hard to see at having the camera be over top, but I ended up getting 5 of these larger traveler's notebooks done. I'm only going to be showing you 4 because one of them has sold. And then I got done 3 of these 4x4 traveler's notebooks, but I only have 2 to show you because, again, one of them has already sold. And then I got done 4 of these micro traveler's notebooks. Again, one of them has sold. And I got done 5 of these really cute notebooks where you use the planner discs. And again, one of these has already sold. You're probably wondering, like, how are they selling before I even get the video up? And that is because I know I've talked about it before, where if you want to see what is going in my Etsy shop before you see the YouTube video, then you just need to like favorite or like my Etsy shop, and then you'll get to see what is being posted and what I'm going to do a video about, because it's easier for me to get everything listed and posted and the descriptions done and all of that, and then do the YouTube video. It's just what makes more sense for me. So the first thing I got done were these little planner type notebooks, and I actually ended up using some 5 milliliter what is it called, lamination. That's 5 mil lamination sheets instead of the 3. I felt like the 3 mil was like really driving me crazy with how I had a couple cracked spines on my micro traveler's notebooks that I shared, oh, I don't know, like last week or something. So I ordered the 5 mil off of Amazon, and I wanted to give that a try and see what it was like. And let me tell you, it is like a night and day difference. And I might go back through and make some more micro traveler's notebooks using the 5 mil because of how sturdy and nice and smooth it laminated. I mean, it was amazing. But I also didn't like fold anything with these books, and so I don't know if how that will hold up. So I thought I would do a quick flip through here of what I got done. So we have a project life card that's actually acetate, and there are 5 pages in between each section. And so this right here is just some ephemera that I clipped in, and then it folds out. And then I did go through and add a couple stickers or embellishments. Again, some stuff that's clipped in. This is actually a little pocket right here. Let's see, let's take this and we can add it over here. Just a really shallow pocket. And that is it for this one. I have 2 on my Etsy that are under the same cover name. You'll find them under Bee Culture. They're decorated pretty similar, but again, different. I know I've shared before that I like to do things differently, and when you are crafting, you don't always have multiples of the same thing. So I do have 2 of those on my Etsy. If you know anything about these planner discs and the way that you can bind things with them, you can obviously add pages in or take pages out. In order to add pages in, you will need some sort of planner punch. I actually have 2. I have this one, and then I actually have an actual like easier to do punch that I got off of Amazon. So I will link that one down below, but if you're ever part of like the planner craze, then you might already have a punch and you can add in your own pages. And then I have this one, which is Old Fashioned Pansy Mix, and then again a pocket and acetate project life card. Then I have this one, which is Flowers of the Field. And acetate sheet, and then again a side loading pocket and a back loading pocket, and there's that one. And then I got done 3 of these 4x4s, but like I said, one of them has already sold. The one that sold was this like daisy print that had navy seam, not seam binding, navy trim right here. This faux leather, I either got from like Wish's Craft Shop or Jewel Box Supply. Those are really the only 2 places I buy faux leather from. And then this beautiful trim here, I think I got from Temu. And then on the spine, I have just some dangles there that I made with some beads from my stash. And when you open it up, it has 3 4x4 notebooks and then 1 folder that I made and laminated. So on the inside, you just have the pages that some of them are decorated. And then again, all the front and back covers will have pockets. And on these ones, I decided to use a punch instead of a circle punch. And then this is the folder that I made and laminated. It's just 8x4 and then folded in half. And then again, I put some different ephemera pieces. This is a little pocket card I made. And it just has a ticket and then a little booklet. And then over here, I clipped in a ticket and another tag, and then a tag that I made with some rub-ons from Simple Stories. And then again, we go into the notebooks. Let's see what that one. So this one is listed in my Etsy, and you will definitely have room to put a pen in here if that's something that you want to do. And then this one, I know this faux leather, actually, I said I only got it from 2 places, but I know this one is from Amazon. I don't know if it's still available because it's almost like it's supposed to look like alligator. So we have this page, and then I did put a little bit of pieces in the back pocket there. And then I have my folder, and in this folder I have, you can put a 2x2 photo, and then acetate sheet. You can put a 3x4 photo, and then again the tag that I made. And on this side is just some different ephemera pieces that are clipped together with a tiny little paper clip that has a heart on it. And then I have the rest of the notebooks. And they are all, everything that's faux leather is lined with the paper. And I did sew around it with some gold thread that I had in my sewing machine. I do want to say that if you're looking for like perfectly sewn stuff, you are not going to find that here. Like, for example, like right here. This was because my bobbin was out of thread, and so then I had to go back. It was kind of a mess. But honestly, I kind of like, this would never ever bother me. I think it adds a lot of interest. Yeah, I love stuff like that, and I love using the sewing machine to add like texture and interest rather than like having it be a perfect straight line. And I'm gonna just warn you, like, I'll never be able to sew a straight line. Then the big projects I got done were 4, actually I got 5 of them done, but again, I don't have the 5th one to show you. The 5th one was another one of these in this dark blue glitter. These measure, so these top 2 here are going to be slightly smaller than these 2, and that's just because I wasn't paying attention and cut my leather a little bit bigger. Like, I think it's like 1/2 inch bigger on these white ones. So these 2 white ones are going to be 6 inches tall by about 4 3/4 wide. And then these 2 are going to be, so this is about 4 1/2 inches wide by 6 inches tall. So I definitely cut them a little bit wider on these white ones. All 4 of these are listed in my Etsy, and I have to tell you, like, I'm kind of obsessed with them. And my daughter, my oldest daughter, came and found, like, she came in, was talking to me when I was working on these, and she also was a little bit obsessed and asked if she could have one, and I had to tell her no. Because everything I sell in my Etsy goes to her soccer. Another tag that I made, and then just some ephemera pieces. I know I've talked about that she plays competitive soccer, and her team actually has gotten really good and actually ended up advancing to a different type of league, which requires traveling in the, like, Mountain West, I guess you would say. So she has to go to Colorado a few times, California, and if they do well in Colorado and the local games, then we'll have to probably go to the East Coast somewhere. Excuse me, but all of them do have these paper clips. I thought I'd point that out, even though it's obvious that's right there. But I decided to do this Etsy for her because she is a sophomore, and by playing in this advanced league and traveling and stuff, like the California trip, she'll get to play in front of a lot of college coaches, because the goal there is to hopefully get enough interest that she can get a college scholarship for soccer. So that is a lot of why I am expanding out my Etsy, and honestly just having a lot of fun making these things too. Here is the folder for this one. So I have this tag, and I just used the last of this trim on this card, and a ticket. And I won't take that out. And then the last notebook. This video is definitely going to be longer than normal, but I didn't want to do like a speed through of showing these just because they're just, I don't know, I really love them. I've already decided that the next paper pack I want to work with is, I believe it's Echo Park, and it's like a crafty lovers one where it has like, it's for people who love to craft. So like it has like sewing machines and glue guns and scissors and stamps and all that kind of stuff on it. And I've already decided that I want to do some faux leather stuff because I want to make one for myself. And I think it would be a really cool idea to keep track of all the ideas I have, all of the craft fair ideas I have. I want to keep track of like my own like supplies, or I don't know, like I have like a lot of ideas when I am driving in the car because I have to drive my daughter to soccer practice a lot, and I'm constantly thinking about new ideas. And then I get home and I kind of forget about them. And then like a few days later, it's like, oh yeah, you had this idea. Like, do you remember everything about it? And the answer is usually no. So I really want to start writing down my ideas. Even if they're like silly or like will never pan out, but I just want to start keeping better track of my ideas and how I could execute different projects and stuff. So there's that one. So these are the 4 big ones, and I called these like small traveler's notebooks because they're not like a standard size of a traveler's notebook. And then the last thing are these. So I'll just show you one of these, and then I'll show you this one because these two are set up almost the exact same. But this one is a little bit different. And so the one that already sold was exactly like this. And it was at a higher price point like this one will be because I was so proud of myself and I used the scraps of the faux leather to make a folder. So this has a faux leather folder in it, which makes it really durable, and it is sewn. Yeah, and I didn't have enough faux leather to do folders for these ones or the other ones. It was kind of frustrating that this, I'll just show you these books really quick. This piece of faux leather was so much bigger than some of the other pieces, which is why I was able to get 2 folders out of it. So there is that one. And this one. This is a flower dangle that I have made and I have shared and talked about in the past. I don't have a tutorial on it. I know I've been asked to do one, and I will definitely get one done. And then these pages, and then this one has a vinyl folder, and I will share the link to these vinyl folders as well. It's from Clear Bags. I am not affiliated with them at all, but I know I've been asked before. And I'll just show you this one quickly, but it's basically the same. But it does have the black and white trim on it. Oh, apparently the trim is shedding. There is that. And there you are. So that is it for my project share today. Let me know if you guys have any questions. And I did want to say that if you're interested in any of these, they are in my Etsy, but I do have to go out of state for a soccer trip on Thursday. So on a Thursday morning, I will be putting my Etsy shop on vacation mode. So I'm not, like I don't want to get behind on shipping things out. So just something to keep in mind. Thank you guys so much for being here, and please let me know if you have any questions, and have a good night.